cute art of Blanca-chan. Oh man. Hello and welcome to another NihongoGamer video. Today, I've got a little bit of an unboxing from the old Amazonia, a product which I think is not actually being released out in the West. Apparently, it's got artwork in it, a book, and you're gonna see it now. Sorry, there's a label on here. I'm just trying to get rid of this label. This is the Street Fighter How to Make Capcom Fighting Characters book, which I believe has been released in Japanese, but I don't know if there's actually an English version coming. The book, which apparently has information about Street Fighter and how they went about making the characters and so on and so forth, and we don't need that. How to Make Capcom Fighting Characters. It's not a very catchy title. Also, it features a character who you almost never see in tournaments. I can't show you all the book, obviously, because copyright. Hopefully it's got information in here that wasn't actually available before. Table of contents here, all the characters you know and love from Street Fighter V, the making story of Street Fighter V, Street Fighter V default characters, Season 1, Season 2, and Season 3 characters, and then a Capcom Fighting Characters history with information about Final Fight, Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter 3 and 4, and a sketchbook from Akiman, who's the guy who drew a lot of the original Street Fighter characters, and an interview. Actually, that's kind of what's more interesting. So it's got really detailed information about how they went about making Street Fighter V. I don't even know who this is. Actually, you sometimes see these design sketches on Twitter. They'll have images like this of, you know, what the character costumes looks like. So before he became Ryu, this is kind of like the prototype look of Ryu, and then what he ended up looking like on the bottom there. That's pretty interesting. Aha! Now it all makes sense. This is one of the greatest mysteries of all time for me, is Chun-Li's pajama costume. You can see from the original design sketch, it actually looks pretty good. But it's just the 3D model just looks totally ridiculous. It looks like just some sort of weird apron fetish thing as opposed to actual pajamas. This is exactly what I wanted to know. What happened between the design stage and what actually happened? Because in fairness, I think Street Fighter V is actually a pretty good looking game. The only thing that I'm not a big fan of is the thigh fetish, the hand fetish, and the foot fetish. It's just I know that it's a Street Fighter thing that they've got to have giant hands and giant feet, so it's easy for you to see where the hands and feet are on screen. But anime fighters get along just fine without having giant hands and feet, so if they make a Street Fighter 6, I'd quite prefer if they don't have giant hands and feet. But apart from that, I actually think Street Fighter 5 is a pretty good looking game. Ooh. So these are design sketches of what Abigail looked like before he became a character. He was actually going to be quite a slender guy before he became this massive tank of a machine character. He's actually kind of a slender looking guy. Oh man, I love stuff like this. When I was a kid, I bought I think it was the Prima strategy guide for Street Fighter Alpha 2. I spent all my time in the very back, because the whole thing was a strategy guide, but I spent my whole time on the last 20 pages, which is just artwork and stuff. What I really want to see is the sketchbooks from Akiman. You can see sketches from original Street Fighter 2, frame by frame animation. I'm not going to show all of it to you because I want you to actually go and buy the book. Whoa! Check this out. Ryu is super slender. Chun-Li is ultra buff. In fact, it looks like before her legs were the main feature, she had pretty buff arms as well. Dang, this is so cool. Look how much detail they go into. Anatomically accurate diagrams of the human body, where the muscles go. As a Street Fighter fan and an artist, this is the ultimate. This is not the ultimate. This is a really cool book. All right, I've seen this on Twitter. This is one of the designs that they came up with for Sakura when they were trying to figure out what job she has. And one of the ideas was that she was a motion capture assistant who works in the studio to help do motion capture. And this is the suit that she would have to wear with all the lights so that the camera can pick up her motions. Whoa! These are a lot of costumes that never made it into the final game, but check it out. There's a ton of costumes I've never seen. A lot of stuff that I think would be fine if they actually decided they could just put it into the game in the future. I don't mind supporting games with downloadable costumes. I feel like the costumes aren't a necessary part of the game to play it. So it's okay, anyone who has some spare cash can buy the costumes. Street Fighter V graphics, the secret to the way it looks There's a chapter here called like the secret to the way that Street Fighter looks, and there's a piece of software here called Snap Art. So there's a bunch of like secrets in here, like, oh yeah, the reason it looks like clay is because we used this software. Dude, this is hilarious. Whoa, there's a bunch of characters in here that never made it into the game. All right, because I don't want to give away all of their secrets without everyone having to like go and buy the book themselves. I'll just show you one of these characters, but how epic is this? It's a character whose head comes off, a bit like one of those, I think, is it Alisa? There's a character in Tekken whose head comes off like a robot. You've got to see this page as well. Cute art of Blanca-chan. Oh man. Alright, it's 4,500 yen, which comes to about $40 for this book, which is roughly 300 pages. Information of character design sketches, all sorts of different looks from different angles of the characters, costumes and characters that never arrived in the actual game, plus interviews and sketches of Zeku before the actual form that Zeku took in the actual game. Oh, actually, he would have looked really cool like that. Anyway, I don't know how you can order the book, but if you can get it delivered to you, I bought it from Amazon JP. I think they do sometimes do overseas deliveries. I'm going to enjoy sitting around, not practicing the game. I'm just going to sit around looking at pictures of the game, which is pretty much what I spent my entire childhood doing instead of actually learning how to play it. That's all for now. Don't forget to comment, subscribe, share the links and all that great stuff, and let me know in the comments what you think of this book, and whether you'd be interested in purchasing it. Who knows, maybe if there's enough people in the comments who say like, oh, we really want an English version, maybe Capcom will make an English version of the book and sell it out west. Maybe they already are by the time I've made this video. Subscribing really helps, so thank you so much for subscribing and becoming members of the channel. I'll see you on Discord or on the YouTube streams or in the next video. Bye.